What's going on, guys? Daniel aka Phoenix DTS coming at you guys another brand new episode of Filmmaker. It is not Filmmaker Reacts today. With another brand new video, and today we are doing my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2020. We are in 2020, guys. Super crazy. Had a happy new year. I hope you guys had a happy new year, happy holidays, and just are excited to kick some ass in 2020 like I am here on the channel. But today I'm going to be going over 10 movies that are coming out this year that I'm really looking forward to. Just talking a little bit about each and every one of them. So let's jump right into it. Now, I've made these lists in the past, and then I also compare them to my top 10 movies of the year that I make at the end of the year to compare like how the anticipated went against the actual list. And oftentimes, like, it has nothing, they don't correlate at all. So I've been trying to be more skeptical about the movies I put in on these lists because I'm looking more into who's behind the camera now as opposed to what the film is about, because I feel like I can trust creative people more putting out a good vision than I can with what the movie sounds like. Kind of like if it's directed by Martin Scorsese, I kind of know that I'm going to get a pretty solid film out of it versus, if it's just a cool movie about, gangsters by anybody else. So we're going to start at the bottom and go work our way up. So here we go. At number 10, we got Wonder Woman 1984. I liked the first Wonder Woman, and as I rewatched it, because I had to dissect it for film school, some of the problems rose and became more apparent for me, but one thing remains the same. It's a very entertaining franchise, and I love Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, so I'm really excited to see him back, so that's why this movie made the list. Next up at number 9 is Mulan, the live-action remake. Most of the Disney live-action remakes, we had Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King. They stayed very true to the original and almost copy and pasty. But this Mulan movie seems very different, and they're taking out a lot of the comedy and trying to make it a little bit more grounded and serious, and no music apparently, so that already makes it very different, and it looks beautiful. I don't know if they shot this film in China or not, but I wouldn't say they didn't, because it looks really beautiful and a lot more cinematically brilliant than the other remakes that we've gotten so far. Number 8, I'm still skeptical about this movie, but I wanted to put it on here, so this is The King's Man. I like Matthew Vaughn as a filmmaker. He's made some of my really favorite movies in the last decade, like Kingsman and Kick-Ass, and even other movies like Stardust. I really like that. Golden Circle was kind of a hit or miss for me. I didn't really love the movie, but there were some aspects that are okay, so I'm hoping that The King's Man is a return to form back to the original Kingsman, which the trailers are showing that it is, so I'm kind of on board with that. Water break. All right, next up for number 7, we have Dune. Now, I haven't seen the original Dune, but it's this sci-fi movie. But I've just been looking at the cast, and the cast is outstanding, as well as the director, Denis Villeneuve. He's made some of my favorite movies of all time. He's made Arrival, Prisoners, Sicario, Enemy, which was really good, and of course, Blade Runner 2049, one of my top movies of all time. Probably the most beautiful movie I've ever seen in my life. So I'm really looking forward to Dune, to see what his vision on it, because I love sci-fi movies and just different ones, and this will be a whole new world for me to jump into. We're moving into animation now because Pixar is in here. We have Soul at number 6. We haven't seen too much. I think there's been one teaser trailer for it. Voice cast is always great for every Pixar movie they do, and this seems kind of in line with Inside Out, has to do with existential stuff, those kind of themes, and so I really like that kind of stuff, especially in animation, especially if it's pretty for kids, but it has a deeper meaning that I can get at, so that's what Soul looks like it has. And then at number 5, we have Onward. This is the other Pixar movie that's coming out. I was kind of going back and forth between Onward and Soul, because I think I might end up liking Soul more just because of the themes, but I picked Onward as number 5 just because we've seen more of it, basically. There's been multiple trailers, and I have gotten more promotional material, and it looks like it still has a lot of heart and everything, so that's why I'm picking Onward. At number 4, however, though, we haven't seen anything of this, but this was at D23. It's Raya and the Last Dragon. I love dragons. And just the way I've been hearing people talk about it and like the little snippets they show at D23, it seems to have a lot of world building and lore and be like this epic, you know, fantasy adventure, which I'm super down for. You know, Lord of the Rings is my favorite movie of all time. So if this has any of that epic stuff while also maintaining like keeping the heart and the, you know, the soul of the movie, while also being like a really beautiful animated movie because it's the Disney animation and they look brilliant, I'm looking forward to Raya and the Last Dragon. So at number 3, this is where the movies really start getting on. Like, these are the top 3 movies. Like, if none of the other movies came out, I'd be okay, but I just want to see these 3 for sure. Like, the gap between 3 and the rest of the list is so huge, but at number 3, it's No Time to Die. James Bond wasn't too crazy for Spectre, but this last trailer for No Time to Die really blew me away. And they have Cary Fukunaga directing, who directed the entire first season of True Detective. And I love True Detective Season 1. So I'm really looking forward to No Time to Die as a wrap up to Daniel Craig's time as James Bond. I feel the need for speed. Ow! Yes, Top Gun Maverick is coming out. The trailers have been looking awesome. You know when it's a Tom Cruise movie, he loves doing practical effects and he loves doing the stunts himself. So he's flying these jets. They're shooting with actual jets. There's no green screen. It looks amazing and it looks authentic. And as a filmmaker who can spot CGI from a mile away, it's really rewarding to see movies still make like this, that are huge spectacle pieces that are still made like with real like aspects and props and assets, and it just is really rewarding. And I like it, just makes it so much better for the viewing experience for me, because if I spot stuff that's fake, it kind of takes me out and I'm like, oh, I'm watching something fake. But here it looks real through and through, or at least it looks so good that I can't tell, and I'm excited for Top Gun Maverick. Also because the first one's like a classic. But at number 1 is, of course, the next film by Christopher Nolan, my favorite director of all time, and that's Tenet. This movie, I don't really know what the hell it's about. We saw the teaser trailer and I'm like, okay, it has to do with time. I've been hearing it's kind of like Inception, but instead of dreams, it's with time, and that's really complicated and crazy and cool. And I'm down for that because Christopher Nolan has proven himself through and through and through. Memento, Insomnia, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk. Like, the dude makes amazing freaking film. And I'm just looking forward to Tenet as the number 1 most anticipated movie of 2020. But of course, that's not all the movies that are coming out. There are still a lot of movies that are coming out in 2020 that have not even been released. Like, there's always a bunch of Oscar baity movies that come out in the end of the year that I'm like, I don't know about them, but then I'm like, holy shit, they're really good. So I want to like keep an eye out for those too. So this is not the definitive list of all time, but this is the list we got right now going into 2020. Because it is now 2020, thank you guys so much for supporting me all throughout last year. Let's make this next year a really awesome year. Hopefully we got some great movies coming out, and I have to see 2 more movies this year because they had limited releases in 2019 but are going wide in 2020. So then I'll watch those, review them, and then put them in my top 10 movies of 2019. That's why that movie is a little late. So, okay, that was a lot really fast. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. Let me know what your top 10 most anticipated movies of 2020 are in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy it, I ask you please drop a like and subscribe for new videos every single week in 2020. And as most importantly, I want you to find yourself, be yourself, and love yourself. Hi guys, Daniel aka Phoenix here, checking in with you guys at the end of the video. If you did enjoy what you saw, please check out one of these other 2 videos, or just like the video and subscribe down below for a video every single week. Thank you guys, I love you, have a good one.